Where you at? Okay, this is it's a different. Try out the old fucking Logitech. Swearing, I've got to make it. Yeah, can't do this. Right, today is all about beer sampling time. Nice beers, none of that Skull Super or Sofiero that won the 1992 San Francisco Silver for best beer. I mean, Sofiero is like a Swedish beer which does the job, man. Put them in the freezer or the fridge, cool them, and it will do the job. But tonight, I've got someone on who is a connoisseur about beer, who will be the unveiling. She is a beer wench, a pisshead labourer, a purveyor of the finest of ales. She has the patience of a saint and the palate of an angel. Yeah, so here's Mo.
Hello.
So we're gonna talk. Today is Tipple Tuesdays. We're gonna do some. Fix these lights here for a second. Let's try that. A bit more chill. I think that's the one. Right, Mo, you're very welcome to the show. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Good.
So
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. This is a new format. This is Tipple Tuesdays. We're gonna try some nice ales. So what have we got in the mix today, Mo?
I forgot to bring them.
Really?
No.
What a kidder. Okay, so this is where I usually look, but now I'm like confused. So who we got? Jaquarius is in the mix. Where am I? I'm here now. How are you, Chrissy Pez, Mikey and Higgins? How's it going, Martin? Dara C. Amandara, how are you getting on, hey? So what have we got for tonight? So if you have a beer at home, I know it's a Tuesday night. It's as good a night as any, isn't it?
It's no better night for it. It's the
No,
most boring night of the week.
Do you know that my location manager, Kieran Hennessy, on the Hobby Books, told me that Tuesdays on a full moon are the worst time for lunatics? Have you ever noticed this to be the case?
Well, every night really, but especially Tuesdays on a full moon.
Did you get any hairy guys coming in with fangs and just ripping the place up?
Only you.
Fair enough. Okay, so we got Deirdre, Catherine Alves. How are you, dear? How are you, D? Any crack? So, okay, what we do is the first one. This is like beer is a new wine.
This is the first one from Full Circle Brew Co. They are based in Newcastle, England.
Not Newcastle, Australia.
Not that one.
Okay.
No, and
It's a very nice can. Can you talk about the cannage?
it's blue and white. Blue and cream.
Some cream, good colour.
Yeah. There's American Pale Ale called Hoops, 5.5%.
Good start.
Rated 3.7
On the Richter scale.
Untapped Richter scale. The same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully it will taste like beer.
One can only hope.
Yeah.
Got John Anderson in the mix as well. So if you have beers at home, crack them open. I think we're going to try and do this more often. Probably an annual or a weekly basis. And the crack is, if you can get your hands on one, maybe we'll see what we can get, and then you can have a little sample along with us. So that's just something different. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, can we talk about the packaging? Is that something that people, the people collect these and just have a whole load of them in a fridge just to look cool?
I imagine so. Like all of their packaging is fairly similar, but different colours.
So it's always like the can, the bird can. Yeah, it's always a can, of course.
Yeah.
But with a sticker on it. What's the deal there?
Someone stuck it on.
Really?
Well, probably a machine.
And the Queen.
Yeah.
Cool. So, okay. So what's the retail price of this in the bar you work in? If they had it. When you hear this.
Probably about 100 krona, which is what, like €10?
$11-15. No, maybe more. I think it's nearly $13.
The same size can, not even a pint.
The same size can. So we're talking like, is it 500 mil?
400.
400 mil.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Full Circle Brew. If you're one of these media boys or stockbrokers or just an enthusiast who really, really enjoys the craftsmanship, the hops. What the hops like? Would they be citrusy? Would they be hoppy?
More piney.
Piney.
Citrusy.
Oh.
But Cascade hops and another hop. 2 hops.
A lot of hopping going on. So, how are you, Noreen, says Mark Shortall. Gina Begley, how are you, Gina? Good to have you with us. David Ian Kearns, how's things, man? Can you tell us about any of the happenings on the Ibiza holiday after King of the Town? Remind me of that later on. I'll do a little bit of chatting about that. I want to move up here a bit out of frame. Let's move that back a touch. This is the first time I've used the Logitech camera. There she is. There I am. This light is a bit pale. What's the deal? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like the onboard camera on the computer is actually a bit. This is supposed to be like a HD, as is that, but this one looks a bit. I don't know. Maybe change the light a bit. It's a bit. maybe I should white balance it because all the camera boys do this, so I'm gonna white balance it. Get the colors correct.
Wow.
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly very good. So I'm going to try and keep the swearing. My last, I was watching back over my last video, and I keep saying dropping F-bombs all the time without thinking, so I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more eloquent this time. So who else we got now? Before we open this, I'm going to give it the critique. Jonah Anderson, how are you getting on? Kevin O'Higgins, story, any red curries going? Funny enough, I actually had a green curry for dinner tonight. But we will be discussing that. The Thai cuisine vibes later on. Jude Myers, what's the story? You head of cabbage. Man, Jude, watch your language up. Bend you over my knee and spank your cheeks with my hand. Andrew M, would you ever listen to Fontaine's DC? Fontaine's DC. I reached out to them once and said, do you want to do some sort of collaboration, bit of music? And they're like, would you want to work in the merch store? And I was like, it wasn't what I had in mind, but if I get a cut from the merch. Raping minors, well done that. Mitchell Balzan, are you still ripped to bits like you was on film? Them arms were carved out of stone. Oh, nice marble finish to them. C-bombs it is, hey. Joan answer. Okay, so now you do the honors. You are the maiden of the
I can
session.
open this.
You can't open this now. It's a shame to open it. Shame. But here we go.
Nice carbonation there.
Nice carbonation. I get a citrusy zest.
Yes.
This is so. But we're going to teach you if you ever find yourself in a circle of lads just discussing beer. Try and give you enough pub talk to make you feel comfortable that you can handle yourself. Just keep saying hoppy all the time and citrusy. I think. Nutty? You say that there was a nutty texture?
You could if the beer was nutty, but not all beers are nutty.
Not all beers are nutty. You heard it here from myself. Now tell me this, what kind of mash is used in this? Would it be a toasted grain, an amber grain, a golden grain?
All the grains.
All the grains?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well that's good, all the grains. We got Alan Keane, how you know? Okay, let's, you pour it out there and we'll discuss it.
You should pour it.
Okay, so I'll pour this. So this is nice bespoke aleage now. You know what I mean? This isn't Dutch Gold or.
It is kind of fairly standard as far as craft beers go. I thought we'd start off easy and work our way up.
So are any of these infused with chats?
Yes.
Really? That's good. That's good. Okay, are these equal? Yes, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that one just because I'm slightly bigger. So cheers. So they have a lovely finish there. What we're talking about,
nice.
Cloudy.
Golden colour.
It's like if you've been out all night and then water's left in the toilet the next. No,
You had to go there.
Had to. So we got Graham Russell, Quartos after you. Is this a date night? This is just myself and Mo having a nice little touch. I have to introduce you, Mo, you're my girlfriend. We go out with each other. And I thought, she's good crack. She's fantastic fun. And I was like, bring her on she's also an absolute legend of a bar manager. She has indeed managed my bar many times, I tell you that.
And how does it smell? It went straight in there. Yeah.
Got stuck in like straight. Danny Dyer style. How does it smell? Looks like a knockoff Stella, says Mitchell Balzan. Outrageous.
Citrusy.
I can't put my finger on it. Citrusy and hoppy.
Yeah.
Good.
It smells like beer.
It does. There's a fruity touch. There's definitely some sort of fruit. Banana? No,
Yeah.
that's too much.
It's an American pale ale, so it is going to be more fruity than hoppy.
So what is the deal with American pale ale? Like obviously Indian pale ale comes from when the English were sending over barrels of beer to India,
Yeah.
and as a preservative to stop it from going rancid, they introduced hops into the mix, which gave it a nicer hoppy flavour.
In the late 1700s, around 1780, they didn't actually start making IPA style beers like for the
Flavour.
modern market until like 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's when I started noticing all this hoppy crap beer kind of carry on. Like it's only a modern day phenomenon. Bloody adverts, man. You know what, these Chromecasts, I thought I'd put some generic tunes in the back just to fill in the dead silence. Oh look, the hip hop tunes on again. It's good.
Oh, good.
So some generic tunes there in the back. So tell me, so to 2010, that's when I first started hearing people talk about craft beers, and I was like, why is it so? You know, what's the big deal here? But they are a nice touch.
Yes.
Would you invest in a crate of hoppy craft beers over like Ethereum or Bitcoin, or would you just go straight into crypto?
Funny you should say that. Beer can go up in value if you get
Due to scarcity?
Yes.
No, so get yourself into that. So that's IPA is cat piss, Andrew. Oh, I don't know about that now. I'm quite a fond, avid enthusiast of the IPAs.
Yeah, you can't be saying it's cat piss because it's not all cat piss. Some of it is, but not all of it.
I see, it's funny because you got the likes of Diageo and all like the Guinness. Actually, in fairness, Hop House 13 in Ireland it's a nice touch. St James's Gate, they do a little, like an orangey, zesty kind of beer. It's quite sweet, it's quite true. Hops into the mix, says TC. Can't beat the old car package job, says David Kearns. Actually, David Kearns, I have to say, if you're just looking to hit the power zone on a night out with the lads, you've got places to be, but you have a little bit of time to spare. And for the princely fee of €6, you get 4 cans of Carpacchi. I mean, it's probably the best you got. You know, let's say the entry level beers in Ireland.
Get 2 of these. Not in a pub, obviously. But
Exactly.
from a
Yeah,
shop.
2 of them from a shop. Yeah. You see, for me, I would probably go for the quantity over quality, just because you're getting more bang for your buck. But for taste, yeah, sure.
For Tipple Tuesdays.
Tipple Tuesdays. Occam's Brute. How are you, Occam's Brute? Good crack there with Jimmy. Talking to Occam's Brute there with Jimmy Bars. Tossing back pints with a hottie. Sound, says Chris J. Let's see. Gavin O. Absinthe. Night in with the self, is it? It is indeed. I thought we'd share the crack with the stream merchants. King Bongo. Have you seen my friend boss, Man Quinn? How did I? Who is Joe Nagel, man? You can ask normal questions, man. Have you got 19 different accounts of like lads around St. Gerald's or something? Just Breton, how are you doing, Mountain Lad? What's the crack? Well, by now you're up to speed with the crack.
Same that Whiplash is an Irish brewery. I haven't had anything from them yet.
Whiplash, how does it say that?
They're based in Dublin. Mikey J.
Oh, I haven't heard from Whiplash. What's the other one? There's a bear brewery. Crafty Bear. It's got a cozy bear on it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I quite like them. If you want to go down to Workman's a Bison Bar, Crafty Bear, pretty sweet. It's a small operation. Baltica 7 can't be beaten, says Tony Kelly. Baltica 7, the Russian beer. Any thoughts on that?
Yes.
Yeah, you dig?
I won't be sharing them.
Won't be sharing them.
My thoughts. I've never heard of it.
It's like it's got Russian writing on it.
Oh, the one with Russian rice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Very good.
Okay, so Breton says, I'm going to Dublin this summer and hopefully Kerry, where my family are from. Well, if you're going to go that far, head up to Mayo. Check out Westport especially and Galway. Great crack to be had. Can't fucking beat by TC. When will the bastard pubs be full open? Or when will the bastard pubs full open? I don't know. I heard something about in England they're supposed to be open on the 17th.
Yeah. And
Soon.
on the 17th, England will be more free than Sweden. The first time during this lockdown.
Wow. Probably, I'd say Sweden will probably. This is my prognosis going forward, is that Sweden will still be like, we missed out on the lockdown. It is now time to lock down, and everyone else will be just completely open in Sweden.
Mid-July.
Yeah, mid-July. If that. Coming out of the pub yesterday, but like Richie Barry, fucking Richie, right, Richie, and yeah, I had 3 pints last night, and pub closed at 8:30, and then you're on the street with a load of adults, just going. It's warm, it's still bright, the sun's shining, and that's it. Where do you go from there?
Home.
We did go home, and February she made me a steak dinner. So actually, I fucking left a little bit of steak in the fridge. Yeah, let's see. You can get it in Mima's new hipster spot on Parnell across some fibbers. Mima's, is it? Hello from Tipperary, Uncle. How are you doing, mate? Raping Miners, Google Joe Nabel and go to images. Joe Nabel. Okay, I will do that. I'll find out who Joe Nabel is. Let's find out. If only I could have screen sharing, I would do this, and you could see. So we have a couple of different lads, but I'm guessing it's these lads up here. The lad in the denim, is it? Denim Lace Campo. Okay, go to Dublin and spend €17 on an IPA. TC, I moved to Croatia just to get the pints in. They are open till 10 p.m. here. 10 p.m. You can. There's a lot you can do with 10 p.m. We did this.
I liked 10 p.m.
As a woman who works in bars, that was a decent time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get the train home.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I like the train.
She likes the trains. We were watching Jordan or Katie Price had a documentary where they were finding Harvey a place to live, and he brought a friend of his who was big into trains, and he said to Harvey, "I love you, Harvey," and then Harvey said back to him, "You really know a lot about trains." So sometimes, when you're telling each other you love each other, maybe sometimes you might throw in, "You know a lot about trains." So that's good.
Yes.
You know a lot about trains?
Not as much as you.
Fair enough. Let's see. My mate's opening an indoor London pub at the moment. Jonah Anderson, furnish me with the details because I hope to be in London sometime soon. Have you heard about Tommy McCoy, Martin? He's the new up-and-coming crypto. Oh, Tommy Coin, is it? I thought it was Tommy McCoy. Tommy Coin, I'll have to have a little look at that. Is it one of these old coins, is it? Tommy Coins after you. Yeah, Tommy. I heard you're on the fucking crypto market now, hey. It was Tommy Coyne, 1962, former football player. Oh yeah, Tommy Coyne. I shouldn't have had the space between Tommy Coyne. Oh yeah, Francis Higgins. Fair enough. Yeah, Tommy Schlug, is it? I tell you, he'd be some boy to get it. I'd say he probably would know a few numbers, Bob. He'd probably crank up a bit of Bitcoin there. Scorpio carrying any 10 spots? Sure is. Have you heard, where's good for pints in Stockholm? NP asks. Beach rooms, quality bar. You know a lot about beach rooms?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Nice pints and minders in there.
Yeah, it was established 23 years ago.
23 years ago. Was a bakery, now an Irish bar.
The only Irish-owned Irish pub in Stockholm.
Yes, the only one. I'd say just have a wander around, man. Have a wander around. There's plenty of places around Södermalm that are pretty good. If anyone's coming over, Jesus, get a whole bottle of JMO here for that. $28 for Jameson shot in EOS or Los Angeles. $28 for a shot of Jameson. Where was that? In Sayers. I remember about like 10 years ago, I was in Los Angeles. It's like a bakery or a juice kind of place on the outside. But then you go through and there's a door and it's like a full nightclub full of Kardashian types. But there was girls going around with Patron bottles with a little LED light on their hand so that the bottle was glowing, so it looked even more expensive. $1,000 for a bottle of regular Patron silver tequila.
Bargain.
Yeah.
I'll have one of them.
I will indeed.
Take 3.
Sure, you dickhead, says Born Sticky. Let me see. I got some Cardano for Jimmy Bars the last day. Cardano's after you. Invest in Hardy coin. Yeah, if I might try and. Have you seen this? Anyone can just start a coin. You might just get around a Hardy coin and get Tom Hardy to be the face of it. Give him a couple of touches. You're a mighty man, Martin. Fair play to you. Fair play to Jason McParland. Good lads. What do you make of Rockshore? Rockshore, listen, man. Have you heard of Rockshore? Are you familiar with it? Do you know the concept? Do you know what the ethos is all about?
No.
Basically, Rockshore is like, it's made by like Guinness and stuff, but it's geared towards 22 to 32 market of young professionals, especially those that in Dublin and those that come to Dublin. But then again, Dublin's all really good. But sometimes you need to get away from Dublin. So like, hit like the beach, like West Kerry, Rosnella, Donegal, Mayo, Sligo. You bring your mates, you get a couple of DSLR cameras, you film it, you get something that's good with editing, just cut together to like some nice soundtracks of Coronas or something. And you just live life, man. You just get a campfire going, get a 6-string guitar, you just sing like Time of Your Life by Green Day and all that, and you bring Rorschach and Sorsha and Rogoshner and just live life, Rockshore. So I should get sponsored by Rockshore actually. Jerk, a long time, Irish Silage, how are you getting on? Host the Stink. This is the hardy guy, said Mark Wallace. Durkin coin. Hey, we should get crypto. Durkin coin. Would you like a Thai red curry, Eddie? Lana's fucked up the order. Bring it over to me, hey. Bring her over to me. How's the cousin Lexus? Beast of a man. He's a good lad. King of the town. Even if she's another arse. Like a suck calf. Right. Let's back to this. This is a nice touch. It has grown on my nasal capillaries. Sensors in my nose have picked up new layers of.
Wow!
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
That's amazing. What a beer.
Yeah. So where's this made? Is that brewed in America?
No, we've gone through this.
I forgot how it goes. Oh, Newcastle in England.
Yes, that one.
So it cost a few quid to send this over, would it?
That's what we do nowadays, Brexit and all.
It's got barley. Yeah, barley. Don't watch the stock. Well, not to watch the windows. Yeah, nice little touch. Cascade Chinook hops. That must be the 12 o'clock bell.
12 o'clock
12 o'clock bell. Say by the bell. Nice little texture design there.
Good for the blind.
It is good for the blind.
Good for the blind.
Yeah, good for the blind. So the next one, what's this called? Robot Ears, I believe.
This is Robot Ears from Three Sons Brewing, a very popular brewery in Florida.
Florida. How exotic. I mean, I did say there'll be some exotic and rare beers, but
we have beer from 2 continents.
2 continents, I like this.
Yeah.
So this came all the way from, whereabouts is this in Florida?
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Double India Pale Ale, double dry hopped with Nelson Sauvin.
And do you know what double dry hopped means?
I'm guessing that they had added hops to the beer 4 times after the brewing process? Twice.
So yes.
Okay, so I was halfway there.
Hence the double.
Oh yeah, double dry hopped. Yes. I don't know why somehow I equated that with 4 times. So what is it that makes a double PA stronger? Do they brew it twice and burn off the...
More hops, isn't it?
So the hops actually increase the strength of the beer?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that. For real?
Yeah.
Okay, well, didn't know that. Would she do 200 miles an hour? She would. Didn't Ryan. She getting flaked later on. Unreal. What are they like? I went to Florida once. Everyone was 65 wearing Dog the Bounty Hunter t-shirts. Yeah. Indeed. You boys are embarrassing yourselves. She's as dry as a kippen. What the hell's a kippen? What do you think about... What does that mean?
I don't know, but I don't like them.
She don't like kippens or the comment?
The comment.
She doesn't like them comments. No. Tommy Jones. Craven Moorhead said, how's things? Fair play to Craven Moorhead. What do you think about the name Craven Moorhead? What would that conjure up in your mind? Like what kind of... Oh, Craven Moorhead. That's a very witty... Yeah, because I was like, Craven Moorhead. I was like, that's a posh sounding name. Maybe I might rob that. Rob that. Okay. Nice t-shirt and hat combo, Martin lad. Cheers, Alan. I appreciate that. Right, so we'll quaff this. So
Yeah.
cheers. Hope you're enjoying the live chat experience with Tipple Tuesdays. Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
I could taste the expensive hops on that one. Right, so now robot ears. Here she is. It's got a picture of a man just sitting in front of some sort of Bloomberg financial terminal, just going, the world's fucked, man. Look at that. Kind of, yeah. It's a nice touch. Does it say whereabouts in Florida it was made?
So Florida, just a town.
The township of Florida. Yeah. He's got a little binary code there. He's having a nice touch. I quite like the design on the can. If you look really close, it's got the Viper Higgins on there. Just he's watching a mirror of himself. Yeah, there he is. It's either the Viper Higgins or Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys, but get a good look there at the detail. Yeah, Durkin, I'm a cider man. It looks like Cyrus, man, from Trailer Park Boys. I think it is. It's hard to say. Don't know where this is made, but somewhere in Florida, apparently. Oh, wait, here it is. Dania Beach, Florida. Dania Beach. I can have a look at the Dania Beach here in Florida and see what the crack is. Is it near Venice, is it? It's a town in Florida. Is it down south? Fort Lauderdale. It wasn't far off. It's actually, just a little bit south of Fort Lauderdale. I once drove over Mad Bridge in Fort Lauderdale. It was insane. True story. It is indeed, Si. What's the weed situation in Sweden? What is the weed situation in Sweden?
Fairly dismal.
Fairly dismal. Well, there you go. An honest account. Fuck off, I got work to do, Cyrus. Is Viper any relation to Michael D? Do you remember yesterday I was showing you the video came up of the Irish president who looked like a leprechaun and he had a massive dog. He looks a bit like Bilbo Baggins at the end of Lord of the Rings 3.
Yes.
That's the president of Ireland. He was asking was Viper any relation to him.
Is he?
Not that I know of, no. Actually, myself and the other Hardy Books lads back in 2007, when Michael D was going for councillor or TD in Galway, there's pictures of him everywhere and they're hanging up on lampposts and stuff. And for some reason, we were down by the Claddagh dock and he was walking past us and there was a big traffic jam. And I was like, hey lads, I'll have a word with him now for the crack. And so I went, how are you, Michael? And he came up to the car window and he went, hello boys, how are you getting on? And I was like, good, yeah. So I went from a sticky situation, just ended in a nice chat with Michael D. Okay, let me see. My wife says there is a block in your toilet. Jesus. Fixed it now. So yeah, okay, we've got 44 people watching in the cyber chat. We've got some people talking about the staying situation in Dublin here as well. You're doing well, man. Get on a couch. Was Shady Gandhi raised by crows? Legend has it he was. Okay, let's get a touch into this. The froth has subsided a bit, like.
It has, yes. I'm not a fan of the colour of this one.
It looks like custard.
Yeah.
Check that out. It's like eggnog.
Yes.
Oh, what's that weird yellow bowls, is it? That weird kind of yellow drink we used to drink in the 80s.
No, but I know the one you mean.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? Is that sediment or?
No, this is how it looks.
So this is 8.5?
Yes.
Fuck hell. You wouldn't want to drink many of them.
It's a complex taste.
It's one way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'd say it's for an acquired taste.
Yeah, I think by the end of it, you might want another one.
Probably would, yeah. And
Yeah.
at the end of that, you're just dozing off in the corner.
Yeah. What would you want from beer?
It's kind of a sweet smell. Yeah, sweet. Pish water, says TC. He says, few of those and you'll be up with the lads in Cape Canaveral, Florida style. You got that one right. So yeah, that was a bit of a tight mix.
Not your favourite.
Not my favourite. I think that this lad here, what was it called?
Hoop.
Hoop.
You're a
Quite.
fan of the hoop.
I am a fan of the hoop. She gets the crack. Yeah, the hoop was a bit more easy going with this. It's kind of like
It's an American pale ale. They generally are.
easy going. Good session ales. You know when people talk about like the session ale, does that just mean like a beer you can just go, yeah?
Yeah, that's only under 5%.
Okay.
Yes, we'll be trying a nice session ale next week.
Excellent. So tune in for Tipple Tuesdays next Tuesday here on Maloney's Digest channel you're currently watching.
And whilst we're here, who are we thanking for these beers?
Joe?
Yes,
Yeah.
Joe at Craft Craver.
Craft Craver.
Thank you for the beers, Joe.
Craft Craver Moorhead. Joe's a good lad, American.
Yes. Yeah,
We've worked together before.
he knows about beer.
He does. Joe got a handy touch. Fair play to you. Thank you very much for the samples, and thank you to the breweries for throwing out a couple of touches just so we can educate our palates. Get some Bucky. Actually, is it possible to get Bucky brought into Sweden?
If your friend sends it, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Get some Bucky. How's Bugenhagen getting on? He's alright, man. He's alright. He's strong. He's doing 12-minute workouts. He sent me a video the other day of just a lad doing 12 fucking minutes of solid burpees. I got to 4.5 minutes, and I was like, better things we're doing with my life, man.
4.5. You never told me about the half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin E. Murphy, welcome to the show, hey. Oh ho ho. AD. That must be the home brew from Longford called Scoundrel's Piss. Big shout out to the Longford Slashers. There's a football team in Longford called the Longford Slashers. And if you go to if you're driving back from Dublin towards Mayo and you stop off the garage, it has its own font on the sign. It was like 90s cyber writing. So it's like Longford, home of the Longford Slashers. Cunts, man. The Salmon Batch, Svetlana. A lot of beer connoisseurs in the chat now, see. That's a good strong male beard if ever I seen it. Oh, here, hey, Rory O'Connor job. Chieftain of Connacht. Passed it down to me and he was like, here, in the future, hey, show that off in a live stream to boys watching from all over the world. What do you think of the ginger beer?
It's lovely.
Yeah, you were a fan of it when it was like kind of a mountain man beer.
Yes.
It did age me about 15 years.
Yeah.
It made me look quasi-homeless.
But it's better with than without.
What are you saying about my natural face?
It's lovely as
I've been told I
well.
was chiseled. I've got first cut by angels. Do you think our top 4 chances are done after Leicester beating United? Well, you're a football connoisseur yourself, aren't you?
Never give up hope. And there's always next year.
Who do you think's going to win the league?
Liverpool.
She's also a Liverpool fan, which does help in a way. Yeah, what do you think happened with Liverpool this year? Do you reckon they were like, well, we finally did it, and the pressure was so immense that they didn't have it in the tank for a second go round?
I think they just didn't want another star by their name.
So City will also have a star on the name this
I
time.
hope so, yeah. Yeah, doesn't count.
So it doesn't count. Bastards. Q looks different these days, says John McGinn. Dimensions on that, lad. Did you hear about the wedding in Longford that got Luigi's chipper to do the catering? No, please tell me more about that. Luigi's, I stopped in there once for a bit of mange, as Danny Dyer would say. Would you be a fan of Danny Dyer?
He's alright.
His old work or his later work?
His later work.
Yeah, what would that be primarily?
EastEnders.
Yeah, so Mick Carter and EastEnders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favourite? Phil Mitchell or Mick Carter?
Phil Mitchell.
What do you like about Phil Mitchell?
My clock.
Yeah, mine has a clock with Phil Mitchell's face on it. It's a good touch. Tom Joe said, fucking pandemic ruined it. Yeah, it did a bit. Didn't it? Took the wind out. I think America, what fucking talking about? I've seen American flag, it's subconsciously. Jim Morrison. But no, I think Liverpool, like many other teams, probably missed the atmosphere with the crowd. Luigi's a savage, alright, but yeah, they got fined for a large gathering. So did they have the wedding in Luigi's? Or did Luigi's go and do the catering at a designated zone? Did you see the video on YouTube of lads breaking into Hardy Buck's house last month, and the house is exact same as the series? If anything, it was an improvement. Fair enough. How's the crypto holdings going for you, man? Well, we were talking about Pirate Coin. Also, you got in there. Like, I panic bought.
How's that going now?
Any day, man, any day.
Any day.
7 years is going to be.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. But first, you did get in, like, and I just panic bought, and I was like, oh, if I don't get in now, it's going to be too late. And then I bought in at like 12.18 Pirate Coin, and then, yeah, last week it was down to like 5.60. So I really lost a few quid on that. But, yeah. Joseph Sullivan, thank you very much for the first super chat of the evening. Thank you very much. Good evening to you too, sir. That's $10 all the way from America. Dylan,
Like this beer.
like that beer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. This beer, it's a thick brew.
It looks like orange juice, so it must be healthy.
Yeah, maybe they put oranges into the beer. Is this possible? I mean, it's Florida after all. It's the Sunshine State where
Possible, not probable.
possible, not probable. Can you actually put oranges into beer?
You can put anything into beer.
True. In fairness, when you were at Brooklyn, you told Brooklyn, Carnegie Brewery here in Sweden, which is like high up jobby. You told them about what did you tell them about?
I don't know, what did I tell them?
The raspberry beer, raspberry sours.
Oh, I told them they needed to make a sour beer. This was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, sour beer's gonna pass, it's just a phase. And then they ended up making a sour beer and it won awards.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastards, huh? If you threw $1,000 US at Dogecoin last year, it would be worth $275,000 today. It's funny because when people talk about Dogecoin, it's like, it's only a joke coin, it's only a meme coin. But maybe I'll get a couple of fucking Dogecoins, boy. Even if you do put $1,000 onto, say, Bitcoin and it goes up, you're only going to get like, at this stage, 250. If it goes up another, yeah, don't even want to do the fucking numbers on it. Blue Moon takes an orange, and Dylan Ryan says, I drive anywhere in Ireland for it. Blue Moon just take an orange. That's one of Tardof's favourite beers, the Blue Moon. Dogecoin is shit, says Dave. SHIB. You need to buy crypto at low market cap. Low market cap. Thanks very much, TC. I was always wondering what the fuck that meant. It's like, well, Pirate Coin. If you get on that's a low market cap. Low market cap. A couple of Wild Neros as well. Speak proper Scouse to the bird and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? That's Graham Russell there, like, and he's good lad, Graham. You know, he's familiar with, Stephen French Steve.
I do, yeah.
Would you, if I was to say Jack Russell's snapping at the heels of a, okay, if I was to talk about a big dog, yeah, and I was to call it the Dark Chocolate Disaster, what would that dog be?
A Labrador.
Not a chocolate lab. Something that's a bit spicy, mate. Do you know what I mean? Something that's a bit.
A brown bear.
No, not fucking bear. I'm talking like if it was a spicy creature. Do you know what I mean?
Jack Russell.
Jack Russell snapping at the heels of a
brown bear.
Fuck's sake. I'm swearing again now. You know what I mean? Jack Russell snapping at the heels of a Rottweiler. Wisdom.
Oh, he said brown. Rottweilers are black.
Well, they've got
brown accent.
Yeah, but the Dark Chocolate Disaster.
Is that what they call them?
No, that's what Kyle Cleghorn calls them while doing an impression of Stevie. Got some good activity in the chat here. They enjoyed the Rotty chat. Can we talk about Rotties? You had a Rotty yourself.
I did.
Oh, and his name was?
Buddy.
Yeah, what happened to him?
He's dead now.
Fuck.
Yeah, but he was great. Best dog I ever
Is he
had.
dead?
Most likely, yeah. He would be about 15 otherwise, which is...
Not likely for a dog of that size.
No.
Yeah, because you had to give him away because his hips don't lie. He had bad hips. His hips were totally Shakira'd. So you gave it to a farmer who had a bungalow, was it?
A house.
A house.
But, yes, downstairs anyway. And
He wasn't even that old, was he?
No, he was like 4 or 5.
But you like Rotties, would they be your favourite dog?
Yeah.
What is it you love so much about Rotties? Because I was bitten by a Rottie once and then I was like, whoa, but I did come home pissed all the time.
That's why I like them.
Fair dues. But there was, where we were living in Greece, there was a Rottweiler called Moira, and the poor girl was constantly, the dog was constantly chained up, and came back one morning. I woke up one morning, came down the stairs, fucking bright 40-odd degree weather, and I went to give it a bit of a clap, and it was eating its dinner, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't. Boom! I've never felt such pressure. And straight to the doctors for tetanus and 19 stitches. Ronan Cullen says, any chance you'll ring stateside again? Well, funny, remember last year I put you on the phone to stateside?
Yeah, that went well.
Yeah. So, and the stateside kept sending messages saying, I'm going to kill your girlfriend, Morgan. And the joke, and you just tried to make a joke of him on the phone, which was, he was like, I might come to Sweden. And then he said, well, you probably have to fly through Africa first. That is in like the getting here.
During the pandemic and no direct flights. And
exactly.
Stuff.
So she tried to make a bit of a joke with him. And then he was like, what did she try to say there, Morton? What did she mean? What did she mean? What was she joking about? And then he just went all nuts and stopped answering the calls. And I think it was when he sent a picture of his red penis saying anyone who writes anything to my girlfriend is going to get this. And I was kind of like, yeah, probably just have to freeze it out a bit. What do you think of? Was it a good decision?
He is one of my top 5 favourite people, but I understand if you don't want to be friends with him.
Gavin O. Absinthe says you're 98 pits. You know, Stateside uses pits as a scale in Brad Pitt's. So, like, if Brad Pitt is 1 pit, then he himself would class himself as 44 pits. So he is 44 times better looking than Brad Pitt.
Fair enough.
Bradley Michael Pitt, as he said in Hardy Brooks.
Yes.
So you're 98, which means you're double Stateside's.
Wow.
So cheers for that, Gavin.
Thank you.
44 pits, says Alan Keane. Ronan Cullen, he's a better man than Kevin McGahern anyway. Yeah, also another man who he threatened to kill. He would always send emojis of hammers, knives, guns, fire, and he'd just be like, I'm going to kill Kevin McGahern, a mallet to the temple. And I was like, well, Kevin Kev thinks you're really funny, man. He cries like, yeah, still I'm gonna kill him though. Right, fair enough. Clover 9. Glasgow boy here, long time Hardy Box fan. Literally in tears at word for word. Frank Doherty yesterday. Good to see you doing well, man. Thanks very much, Clover 9. I hope you enjoyed that accent. Yeah. It was somewhat Scottish.
I was going to say, how do you know he's Scottish?
Glasgow boy, yeah, that was the giveaway.
Yeah.
Mitchell Balzan. How shit are Fitbits and Apple Watches? Be asked seeing my heart rate after a night on the lash. Pure anxiety. I don't like the idea of it. I mean, it's like, let's say, for argument's sake, we live in a world where all of our movements are tracked and traced and put into algorithms to predict our behavior, our emotional states during certain events, collated and sold to mysterious third parties that might try and adjust certain information to create certain responses. Just assume that for a second. When you're wearing a watch by Apple, then it's just like you're constantly, they will know where you are all the time.
Like having your phone in your pocket.
What? Yeah, I mean, it is there.
Yeah.
The phone has been decorated with Paw Patrol stickers for my son. He like that? That was good.
From your son, yes.
Yes, sure is. Complete science fiction job. Yeah, that Man U player made the papers for playing with it. What was piss take someone's eye out? I was going to say, did you see your man Chris Weidman, the UFC fighter who broke his leg there last week? That was fucking horrible, man.
Silly of him.
And apparently, Anderson Silva was fighting him a few years ago, and the same thing happened to him. And the same thing that happened to him with Anderson Silva happened to him last week. But yeah, that was rough, man. Conspiracy theory, is it? Preaching to the choir, hey. Yeah, I love how like most of the conspiracy theories came true last year, and it's kind of like, yeah.
Which ones?
Just the big ones, JFK
the
and
big ones.
yeah, 9/11 and all moon landings and
Did
shit.
they come true last year?
Yeah. I bet. Had money on Hal to win by KO, but I felt terrible when it happened. Yeah, even Joe Rogan couldn't look at it. He's like, oh, I can't see it. But yeah, I mean, his like the whole leg had just broke. Both the tibia and that's in the thigh. I don't know.
Fibula.
Yeah, tibia's the thick one and the fibula's the, I don't know.
The leg.
The leg, yeah, but the lower leg had taken a bit of a punishment. Is that better? Yes, that's a better touch. But yeah, poor guy, man. That sucked. Read out what Dave has said there.
Who? He will not be taking the vaccine.
No.
Thanks.
Dr. David said, Toadfish Rebecca's after you. Toadfish, his name is Ryan Maloney. We're like, do you know that? You know Ryan Maloney from Neighbours? Toadfish, Towley.
Yeah.
I could probably relate it to him. Probably, yeah.
I see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cheers,
I
girl.
think it's the hair.
The hair, definitely. Who's your one? Hugh Heath. That's Mo, my girlfriend. Thought I'd bring her in for the live stream for the Tipple Tuesday, where we have been sampling exotic craft beers from 2 continents.
Yeah.
This one here is like drinking.
It gets better.
Yeah, it does. It was just yeah.
Good carbonation. The colour's starting to look alright now.
I guess grand. It's just big. Actually, it's not that heavy. It doesn't taste that heavy. Like if you was drink like a sitting bulldog with.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
It's a bit rough, but it's quite light.
Yeah.
There's a beer over here in Sweden called Arboga 10.2, and it looks like piss after a full night on the piss without drinking water. It's like a dark kind of brown, and there's a website or a Facebook group over here called Arboga. So it's like Jeppe, he's in this group, and what they do is they put it in the oven for a little bit to warm it up, before drinking it just to make it even worse. It's like some sort of like self-flagellation vibe going on. I heard you were lined up for the lead in the new Brookside. Actually, we had a conversation about Brookside the other day. I'd love to see Brookside coming back. Mo likes EastEnders and Hollyoaks, which for me, Hollyoaks was always like the poor man's crossroads. I don't know, but apparently she says it's good, but for me, I'm like, I don't know, man, it's too close to home. Too close to home. Beer with Baileys. Ooh, fuck the brandy and Baileys. Where are you in Sweden, Martin? My ma is from Malmo. Go there a lot. And also Henrik Larsson, Malmo player. In Stockholm, which is a nice little touch. You, Tinhead, and Jimmy Corkill. Do you remember Brookside? Was it Brookside that finished with the petrol station going up, and that was like the last episode? Everyone died.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Brookside got a bit too. It started off as a gritty soap about Scousers in the 80s with all the fucking docks closing down and all that. Was like, you know, got inspired by Boys in the Black stuff, yeah. And then it ended up with like Outbreak. So basically, the film Outbreak with Morgan Freeman, Dustin Hoffman, and Donald Sutherland came out. And then there was a deadly outbreak of a virus that just so happened to be isolated in Brookside Close. And so there would be like a film, and then it would come out in Brookside, same storyline for a while. So if you didn't have the money to go and see Outbreak in the cinema, you could have just watched it happen in Brookside. Yeah, Brookside, yeah. Did you ever see the Glen Rowe where Miley drowns Biddy in the bathtub? No, I haven't seen that. George Davis says, harrowing. Martin Zlatan is the Malmo player. He's Helsingborg. I always thought he was from Malmo. Funny enough, apparently Zlatan, how much of Hammarby does he now own?
Does he?
Yeah, apparently he's like a shareholder or something. In he's got so much money that he's just bought part of Hammarby here in Stockholm, which is like the Celtic of.
They are doing so well this season.
Yeah, but they were talking about Zlatan playing for Hammarby maybe next year.
But he's old.
Yeah, but still Zlatan in it. Like, if you stick him into Hammarby now, you'd be just going scoring goals all the time.
True. Yeah, it's Swedish football.
Exactly. What do you think of Swedish football? I mean, you have to watch a lot of it at work.
It's like watching children play football.
Yeah. Actually, saying that, I remember when I watched Ireland play Italy in Poland that time in the Euros. I was just like, it just looked like a game of lads just kicking the ball about. So it made me wonder if you filmed a bunch of like teenagers playing a game of football, like two sides, but it was filmed in a stadium with good lights, would it look similar?
Yes.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Well done, love. Dead Hedgehogs, Brookside, Nasty Boys. We've got Gavigan there as Dead Hedgehogs.
Oh, he's Dead Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you any message to Gavigan?
Hello.
Oh, there you have it, Gavigan. Is Stockholm expensive to live? I can imagine it is. Yeah, unless you know the right people. But it is fucking dear. Yeah, it's one of the most dearest cities in the world, isn't it?
Probably.
Actually, maybe we should have a little look at the world's most expensive cities. I'd say
okay, Singapore, Dubai,
Oslo.
Norway. Are we doing cities or countries?
Cities.
Same thing.
Yeah, but I'd say like London isn't hot. It's cheaper here in London than it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. World's most expensive cities. What are the 10 most expensive cities in the world? Why is it just cut it off there? Okay, Zurich, number 1. Paris is fucking Paris. France is a dear country actually. I remember going to Nice years ago. I was like, this was like 2002. And it was like €2 for a bottle of Coke, and I was like. Hong Kong is okay. So Switzerland, France, Hong Kong, and Singapore, according to US News, are at a tie. They're equally as expensive. Okay, here we go. What just happened there? And now I'm back to Dania Beach, Florida, where Robot Ears came from. Robot Wars with Craig Charles. Okay, so number 4 is Singapore. 5 tied with Tel Aviv and Osaka, Japan. Geneva, Switzerland 7. New York 7. Copenhagen 9. Los Angeles. Stockholm didn't come up there. Yeah, Copenhagen is very expensive. I'd go as far as say it's cruel.
I thought Norway would be above Copenhagen. Also.
Yeah, I think that. Okay. Okay, let's try and put top 100. Okay, let's see. All right, cost of living 2020 ranking by Mercer. Okay, let's have a little. What's going on here? How come I'm only getting a portion? Okay, Tokyo, Zurich, Singapore, New York City, Shanghai, Bern in Switzerland, Geneva. I'm getting a bit of a pattern with Switzerland being expensive.
Funny that.
It is funny. Victoria, Seychelles, London is 19. Lagos in Nigeria is 18. Moscow 21. Dubai 23. Copenhagen 25. Chicago 30. Washington 32. Boston 41. Beirut 45. Dublin comes in at 46.
Paris at 50. These are quite different.
Yeah, quite different. 50.
Quite different.
Yeah, doesn't really make sense, does it? Stockholm isn't even here. Helsinki 74. Oslo 76.
You probably think it's in Switzerland, so they just left it out.
Oh yeah, fair enough. So yeah, Stockholm is what? So Stockholm is less expensive than Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam or Lima in Peru.
Yes.
Riga, Latvia. This is a load of old cobblers, man. Glasgow is more expensive than Stockholm. What are they fucking? Budapest is more expensive than Stockholm.
I think they don't count Sweden as a country.
Sweden didn't even make it in there. 209 cities. That's just it's terrible, man. Hey Mo, how's the Hoppy Notes? Says Gavigan. The Sky Boy is better crack in Sweden. The Hoppy Notes good. Bottles or cans? Says Colin McCarthy. Still talk to Billy McDonald. Oh, I haven't spoken to him for a while. Durkin coin. You got that one right. Iceland is expensive too. Yeah, I heard Mike, my brother-in-law, he was working doing a video for the Swedish or this Icelandic pop band years ago, and there was a free bar. So he goes, I'll go and get the next ones. And then he goes back up to the bar to get the drinks in. And then it was like, I think I had to get like 12 drinks, and it came to like £250. He goes, fucking we should have gone.
Interesting fact, beer was banned in Iceland in the 70s, 80s and 90s, I think, probably.
Totally banned.
Totally banned, beer.
Why?
No idea, but yeah, people, like I met Icelandic people who moved to Sweden in the 70s because beer was illegal in Iceland.
So could you buy wine and stuff?
Yeah, I guess you could get other alcohol, but there's no beer.
That's weird.
Yes.
Why is that?
I don't know. Inbreeding.
Fair enough. 91 fan said, she's almost as beautiful as yourself, Martin. Oh. Fair dues. Jack451. Would you go back to Ireland and make a new series of Hardy Bugs? I was actually talking to Mike about that today. I think it's badly overneeded. It's been like 4 years since we did a series. Like the time lapse between series 2, series 3 was 4 years. So yeah, I guess it's overdue. I like a drink, but I wouldn't move the country to have one. Weed, on the other hand. Man, Dev, how's the crypto treating you? Any crack in the crypto body? Joseph Sullivan, I was about to make that joke. Too many cousins meeting in the same sheet. In the same sheet. Isn't bad, like. Colin McCarthy, cottage wrecked as well. Bastards. Roshi and Mac, I loved Iceland. It was mad crack. Everyone was wasted. Saw a guy sleeping, standing up against a lamppost at 6. Well, Roshi, we've all been there at some stage.
Of course, they're all wasted. They're only allowed to drink spirits with that age.
This is, of course, thank you to Dr. David, because he always brings in supremely cerebral questions and musings. It says, do you identify more with Tony Soprano or Ken Barlow? Show your workings. That is a good one, because like on one hand you have, a high-flying New Jersey mob boss who runs a sanitation business on the side, who is a psychopath, a pragmatic leader who would, definitely crack a few eggs to make an omelette. On the other hand, you have Ken Barlow, who in real life was a druid. Did quite a bit of damage with the ladies as well around Weatherfield. I'd say would be somewhere between the two, if that was an option. Any thoughts?
I've never seen The Sopranos.
I know, she hasn't seen it. I'm trying to get her to watch The Sopranos, and I think you get really bored at the idea of it, don't you?
Yes.
But it's...
So I've heard so much about it, I feel like I've already watched it.
Yeah, but you haven't...
I haven't watched
Yeah, but everyone says that, and then they watch it, and it's like a real high-end EastEnders, but with guns, and it's quite nostalgic because the early stuff is from the late 90s, so it's like you know those JVC Walkmans. So the technology is all outdated, and they're driving around like Lexus GS 300s. It's like, wow, I remember those.
Yes.
Chris Pez, don't have steak around here when you watch it. Oh, Joe Pesci, De Niro, Gandolfini, Brando, Pacino, go. That's a good question. Out of all those lads, Joe Pesci, De Niro, Gandolfini, Brando, Pacino. Really difficult to take to pick one out of that. Let me come back to that. Dave, you're up 400% on Shiba Inu coin. Nice. Maybe it's worth having a little. Is that still on the go? Glengarry Glen Ross is a right film. Jack Lemmon, man, talented motherfucker. Oh, the machine. You know what, Williams? You really are a son of a bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross, great film. It just cost me $16,000. $6,000. Yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross. Have a watch of that if you haven't seen it. Do check it out. Al Pacino gives Kevin Spacey a good bollocking, and then when you find out what a wronging Kevin Spacey is, you're like, it's even sweeter to hear him getting up on, you fucking child, you company man. Oh, I'm gonna have your job, dickhead. The Hardy Bucks cottage was actually vandalized. Such a shame. Oh yeah, it's all boarded up now. Boarded up, closed up, crack is gone. Deadhead Chugs, aka Gavigan, says Ken Barlow is a pure psychopath, giving specs solid length. What about Blanche from Coronation Street? Oh, she was a spicy number, and they gave her the same glasses. Funny enough, Deirdre Barlow from Coronation Street. Dead now, yeah. What's her name again in real life?
Deirdre.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, God rest her. She was in Swinford in Who Do You Think You Are, the genealogy family tree show.
To have Deirdre in Swinford would be like the Queen visiting.
We had a couple. Joe Biden came through Swinford a couple of years ago in The Beast, and everyone's like, there he is now, Beast. Yeah, the Queen, yeah. Queen D.
Queen D.
The Oasis Boys, they've been there a few times. Also, the one who plays the PE teacher in Glee, not that I watch it, she's also Lynch from Swinford as well. There's a thing where she was like, yeah, my mother comes from Swinford, County Mayo. I was like, oh, shit. Another high flyer from Swinford.
Palate cleanser. For the last beer.
So I'll do a bit of chatting about. So this one here is called Tourist Trap. It's got a funky little touch. It says, welcome to Miami. Inspired by Will Smith in that song. Orlando. So MIA beer company. So it's got a nice 80s style to it. It's called a Belgian style triple ale. So it's 3 ales in 1 can. So where's this from? This is another one from Lakeland, Florida. This is another Florida-centric beer here. It says, government warning. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. Well, they have the bases covered there, fair play to them. Go on the Devil's Pit or the Tenants. We should buy the cottage and open a pub in Mayo with it. You're talking a good fucking idea there, Chris Pez. Arrange boom style. Swell craft, a chara. A man Brendanine. How you Brendanine? Good crack on the Tuesday night, man. Good crack. Peter Barlow was a serious man for the chunk, I'd say. Oh, come here. They call him Dyson because he's got fucking inbuilt cyclones up his nose. A friend of mine, Fikra, he's good mates with him in real life, and he was on about doing a little trip with what's his fucking name again in real life? Bear with me now. It's Chris something. Peter Barlow. Chris Gascoigne. Yeah, and Fika was like, oh man, good mates with Chris, yeah, we should go down to Vienna somewhere. And I was like, I'll have a bit of that. There's a Ukrainian film called Come and See. Watch it if you want your life ruined forever. I'll have to check that. $1985. Fucking hell, man. 1985 war drama. It looks well fucking spicy. We'll get the synopsis here. Come and See synopsis. This will be an interesting one. The film's plot focuses on the Nazi-German occupation of Belarus and the events as witnessed by a young Belarusian partisan teenager named Fiora, who, against his mother's wishes, joins the Belarusian resistance movement and therefore depicts the Nazi atrocities and human suffering inflicted upon the Eastern Europeans. Did they actually kill the cow in Come and See? They used some live ammunition during filming, and the scene where the machine gun fires takes down a cow, that really happened. Wow. Okay, so 9 must-know facts about Come and See. It is also one of the most horrifying and difficult movies about World War II, which will haunt you for a long time. Come and See is often considered to be the best war movie of all time, and is for sure the most popular Soviet movie in the world. The movie tells a story about a small segment of World War II from the perspective of a Belarusian teenage boy. Throughout his journey, Come and See does not hold back from the monstrosities of war, with realism on full display. The movie shows nothing more horrifying than the dark acts of humanity it carries out. They used live ammunition during filming, so there's a dead cow. They probably use that for food later on. The audio quality of the movie changes. The actor playing Floria went through hell. Alexei Kravchenko, the teenage actor who played Floria, really went through hell while filming. Director Ellen Klimov shot Come and See in chronological order over a 9-month period. Comparing Kravchenko's appearance from start to the end of the film reflects what he went through. Kravchenko begins Come and See as a youthful, healthy boy. He ends it emaciated, ragged, with grey hair, shell-shocked eyes, and wrinkles of a man 4 times his age. Jesus, look at the state of his face, man. Wow. Talk about suffering for your art. Transformation and the high quality of makeup was so realistic that there were even rumors that Kravchenko's hair went grey all on its own. In fact, special silver interference grease paint alongside a thin layer of actual silver was used to dye his hair. It was difficult to get his hair back to normal, so Kravchenko had to live with his hair like this for a while, even after the shooting of the movie was over. Moreover, assigned a starvation diet for the latter part of the film, Krushenko really did become skin and bones. Director Klimov tried hypnosis on Floria. You are impervious to hypnosis, as you were saying.
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Darren Brown tried to do it on TV once, didn't work.
Didn't work.
But also another dude.
In real life. Didn't work.
It's a bit like mass media. But yeah, that movie, fair play to Dave, might check that out. Jim McDonald was Northern Irish masculinity personified. Not many women would forget a moustache right from him, so they wouldn't. Keith Farrell says, check out Rate My Takeaway on YouTube. Gas, big lad from Barnsley, driving around eating chippers. Yeah, Rate My Takeaway. Or check out my Rate My Takeaway. Yeah, we will have to check that out actually. Rate My Takeaway. Have you ever seen Kay's? What's it called? Kay's Real Cooking, I think it's called. This woman who lives in the state in Manchester. She goes, "Hello, this is Kay, and today I'm going to make lasagna." But stuff she makes. Kay's Good Cooking. Please check that out, man. Some of the fucking stuff she makes is just like she'll take mince and then
turn it into a lasagna.
No.
Mojito.
No, mojito. She bakes it in the oven, just mince, and puts like tomatoes over it. It's fucking rank, man. Oh. And people are like, I really love your. She's check that out. Rate My Takeaway videos. Gotta check that out. Join Danny on his search to find the best and worst takeaways. Rate My Takeaways, your video guide to find the best place for your local business. This could be something really just worth 177,000 subscribers. All right, I'm going to subscribe to that. I'm going to have to. Jeez, he's doing well, man. 177,000. Glad to watch that. Fair place for the heads up there. Keithine. Come and see Amazing, one of the most depressing movies. Mitchell Balzan. That sounds good. I'm going to look that up. Irish Silence. I might watch that next time me and the lads are having a few cans at the gaff. Just to really have a little chill session. Should we watch that? Come and see during the week. I just feel like this at the end of it.
Yes.
The bit where they shot the car was good.
Now we should have a steak.
Yes. Brendan White says, come and see is war porn. Great at it as it is. There's something perverted about it. A void for a happier life, man. Yeah. Is it a bit like Cannibal Holocaust, where that was just one of them films where you're like, ooh, I didn't see that. What do you think, Wayne? Yeah, it's incredible, but you're not the better for seeing it. Fair enough. Barnsley is just down the road from me. Where are you? Up in Sheffield, Dave. Somewhere around there. M1.
From Sheffield.
Dave from Sheffield. 91 Vanced. Oi, Eddie, where'd you get that Nutter t-shirt with a squirrel? I got that in, I think it was Top Man. I got it in like 2002. Probably still have it somewhere in my Mars gaff. Mitchell Balzan, do you like the Red Men TV? Sure, they would love to have you on. Red Men TV, who are them? Who are they? Bill Gates scamdemic, says Joseph Dennis. Yeah, well, apparently it turns out that some developments in the Bill Gates Melinda divorce was about the fact that he was hanging out with Epstein and then started having to donate large portions of money to MIT and various different projects that Epstein was behind. So, interesting. Doncaster, all right. Up in Doncaster, they drag a turtle out of a river and literally cut it apart for no reason. Yeah, funny enough, that was probably why I didn't want to watch it. It was just, I heard all about the turtle scene. I was like, yeah, and apparently the people thought it was real because it's one of these first first found footage movies. And then they took them to court, and then the director brought the same actors into court, and they were like, he was really nice to us during the making of this fucked up movie. It's another one I haven't seen yet. Hardy Bucks movie 2? I don't know, man. We'll see. It's pretty fucked. Yeah, imagine his. Dave, search Google Images for Melinda Gates, Kevin Kline. All right, yeah. Someone actually mentioned that. Melinda Gates, Kevin Kline. What if it was Kevin Kline all along, man? Wow. Separated both? Or the same person? God, it's uncanny, isn't it? I mean, Gates is just such a fucking creepy dude, man. Like, apparently he's paying off the best publicists going. Just, you know, he's got the coin just to like write good things about me. So the Taurus trap. This is a triple Belgian ale. What does that even mean?
Trapeze style. Obviously, they can't call it a trapeze beer because it's not made by trapeze monks.
Oh, I see. I like what they did there. I like what they did. 10%.
Yes, that's why it's a triple.
Ah, so that was the double.
What was the double?
Robot ears.
No, that's not Belgian style. This is Belgian style.
Yeah, politely, yeah. Showing my.
But if the 8.5 was a trapeze, this would also be a triple, between 8 and 10%.
Can you dish these out while I address these comments?
Yeah.
The turtle was real. Argento was a seminal wrongin. Didn't he do Suspiria as well, Argento? You tell me that's not the same dude. Very, very, very similar appearance, all right. Chris Bears, here we go. You should jump on Streamlab and share the screen on. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I need to get myself a better computer that can handle Streamlabs, and then I can do this. I might just have to buy I'll just get a fucking Windows job, which is going right into Gates' pocket. Brian O'Malley, oh, you're Brian. Good to see you, boy. Any buzzing? A Serbian film will for sure ruin your life. Yeah, I've heard crazy things about a Serbian film. Doesn't your man end up doing porno? It turns out to be his own daughter, and he's like, oh no. Irreversible with Monica Bellucci is apparently another hardcore viewing thing. Brendan White says about the triple, it gets you thrice esteemed.
Let's hope so.
Yes. Twitlers, just get Salmon to invest in some computers. Yeah, Salmon, will you buy some computers? Joseph Dennis, I'm going away to bed, boy. Big fan. Your lady friend looking well, in fairness to you. Go on, kid. So that was Joseph. Fair play to Joseph. Thank you very much for that. 91 Vance. Martin, you dress good. I look like you. Where do you buy your clothes? Just buy them as I find them, mate. You know what I mean? Sometimes I buy like men's magazines and like middle-aged men. I'm just like,
that is.
It's a bit of me, yeah. Getting close to, well, I'm pretty much middle-aged now at this stage. That happened fast. Like 10 years ago, I was past when Hendrix and the boys, like for me growing up, I was like 27 was like the cut-off point of youth. You know what I mean? It was like, Morrison was gone. And I was like, fuck. So yeah, I am middle-aged, dude. Sing us a song, yeah, from Chicago here. Listen to your EP a few weeks back. Any good, Briney? I'll do that another time. But yeah, if you haven't heard my EP, please do subscribe if you're on Spotify to it's just Martin Maloney EP, Constant Battle. Because at the time, it was a fucking constant battle. Irreversible is pointless and unwatchable. Nothing to be gained by making it or watching it. Do you know what, David? That is a review that I would take stock of. So thanks for that. MG's Motors, Martin, what is stateside sexuality? We get mixed vibes from the Hardy books. He probably gets very mixed vibes from himself.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, he used to watch Babe Station while humping the bed. So make of that what you will. So how are you liking this camera? It's not bad, the old Logitech, but I think it's...
For Logitech?
Yes, It's the HD 180p. So there is 180, but 1080 frames per second there. So I do all of that. Dylan Haran, you got a cameo. Need an intro for my BMX DVD, man. Yeah, I'm on Cameo. If you go to, just look up Maloney in Cameo. I'm on there. I'm also on Irishify as well. If any of you need me to do a shout out for you guys, like or a birthday jobby, Cameo, Irishify. Man's gonna get a few pound, man. You know what I mean? I'd gladly do that. Dylan. Mr. Griff, yo Gav. Just got out of detox yesterday. Moved into sober house today. Can't enjoy a beer with yourself right now, but if I can keep from shooting smack, it's worth it. Don't know why I'm telling you this. Hey mate, why not? Do you know what I mean? Best of luck to you. You know, just stay sober and get into doing some. Get into the exercise. And make that your addiction. Good food and exercise and plenty of kid. And just hang out with people who aren't gonna bring you down that path again. Are you over in the States by any chance? Because the fucking States is going through one serious epidemic of like opioids at the moment, and
the states of it.
The states of it is right, gal. Chris Pez, where can we see your acting reel, Martin? Yeah, I think I still haven't put the Vikings up. If you go into VGrid in Vikings, you'll see what happened to me in that if you haven't seen it. Gavin says, irreversible as class, watch it as soon as possible. So we've got two opinions there. Wife reckons you sound like a Scouser. True, yeah. Not quite Liverpool, but like as the crow flies, about 3 miles away. But there's a big difference between Scousers are like, you're not a Scouse, you're a woolly back, mate, you're from the fucking Wirralls, you know what I mean? You cross the water, all the posh people live in Caldy, all the footy players live out there, and all that, near Hoy Lake, Tiger Woods wants to play golf. Let's have a little sip of this. That smells like Duval. So this was made by monks.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, but not by monks, sorry, but they imitated the monks. But me, that's it's got some bite to it, hasn't it?
That's a triple.
That's a triple E, rude boys, come rain or snow, the Buddha flows. So if any of you out there who want to pay the main man for his chat and Mo's beer skills, I'll put a link to the Maloney's Digest PayPal because I want to keep it away from the big tech Google boys. Fuck, I can't remember. It's just Maloney's Digest on PayPal. I'm going to figure out if anyone's got any crypto to give me. I need to figure out if I can put my Coinbase address up there as well. Super chat help, whatever, man, whatever. Just to keep the wall from the door, so to speak. New Jersey, USA. Yeah, Jersey, man. It's all over the place, but I really do wish you all the best and well done for going in and getting sober. I'd say that was difficult going, and just get into mountain biking. There's plenty of, there's probably plenty of like, I'm thinking more upstate New York, but there's probably a load of like wasteland in Jersey. I'm in the sanitation business, but no, really, I do mean best of luck to you. I want to go skiing. Would he take the vax? To be honest with you, Joseph, I'm not. I kind of feel like I don't need to, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I have no problem with anyone taking it, but I don't like the idea of there's people in the States now who are talking about shaming people who don't take it. It's like, have you ever heard of anything where you need to be coerced into doing something? It's like, just let people take it. If they don't want to take it, they don't have to take it. But the whole point of taking it is for individuality and people who would be worried about it. But I don't know, I don't want to take it myself, to be honest with you. I don't need to. And that's not me being unreasonable or selfish. I don't need to. It's like I've got quite a lot of faith in my own inbuilt immune system and probably already had it. I mean, pretty sick there back in January 2020 and actually been pretty sound all the way through.
Yes.
You did the thing, and you realised you did the test the wrong way.
Yeah, I followed the instructions and I've spoken to other people who also did it that way.
Also, Kerry Mullis, the inventor of was it the PCR test? He said, Kerry Mullis, check this guy out, and he says Fauci's a fraud, and that the PCR test cannot be used to. Okay, do you know what? I'll get it up just to show you. Not my words, the word of Nobel Peace Prize winner, Kerry Mullis. So we'll have a little look and see if we can find the video. Kerry Mullis PCR video. Probably gone. Let's see. I don't want to open it up on YouTube. Well, fuck it. Yeah, just check it out, man. There's a video there. But propaganda on the streets, take the vac in UK is unreal. Apparently, there has been a contract for. Oh, I'll just Google this one. I think it was £320 million. 320 to promote COVID stuff in England. You know what? I'll just look it up. I sent it on Facebook by a concerned citizen, a citizen of the globe. Let's see what it said. Bear with me now. Shit, I haven't checked my inbox for weeks on this. People probably think I'm a right unsociable bastard. Bear with me. Yeah, it says here 320 million C19 propaganda marketing and accompanying potential lockdowns until at least. It says contract end date 31st of March 2022. Okay, so this is the official UK government. So basically, that is that's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money that could certainly go to better use. Stick the PayPal in the description. Okay, 1 second. Bear with me. I'll get that up. That is a good idea in the subscription. For some reason, I have my PayPal settings to Russian. I don't know why. To come in. Yes. Da. Yeah, I should do that actually. Let me have a little look at this now, lad. Let me have a little look at this. Sound, mate. If any of you want to throw me a few little ditties for me time. Tom Joe PCR is bullshit. Yeah, but still, it's fucking like it's used to just to get people to false positives and prove nothing. To Tom Joe. My new POF profile stipulates must be vaccine free. Brendan White says, hate that Google auto capitalizes Google and PayPal. Did you hear about the Cavan lad who got COVID? Don't worry, he's not giving it to anyone. He was so mean, he didn't want to give it to me. Go this way. There we go. Should have done that earlier on. Fauci is a lizard man. Bill Gates is going to kill us all. Did you see the video though? Bill Gates and the thing he did in Florida where he's releasing like 100 million genetically modified mosquitoes into the Everglades.
Yes.
The Everglades doesn't have a problem with malaria yet. It talks about fighting malaria. I find that very weird. Look, Basically, if you've eyes to see and you've got common sense, you'll see shit. And I think people who watch too much mainstream media, you can't talk to the man. It's like we're looking at like mass hypnosis happening, and it was never this bad before. It's just gone into fucking overdrive. There are different strains of C19, and I'm pretty sure I have at least one. I've gotten some wicked cold-like illnesses that led to minor case of walking pneumonia. Shit, that sounds bad stuff. I will also elect to decline the V to the A to the C. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if like as I said, people who really should have it, have it. Cactus Rider. It's very odd as well with the VC. The government says you should, then says if you can't act any differently. Okay, so what's the point? Like, well, it's like Fauci. Fauci's basically saying you're gonna have to keep the masks on, even if you have it, and that it's just so fucking weird, man. It's basically it's like this triple monk beer. Nice. Would a squid be much different from an octopus? Yes. Isn't it an arthropod? Is that what they're called? I don't know. Let's see that chick's tattoos.
What chick?
This chick. Is it you?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
But there they are. We burn the...
Yeah.
Sticky.
She burnt it doing chips in the oven last night. They've been rocking masks in East Asia for years. Yeah, they have. And I used to always think, oh, how considerate. They always wear masks. But then China probably just made them do that. What happened with that one? There we go. There was a bit of a Gaussian blur. Cephalopod. Fair play to you. Cephalopod. That's the boy, hey. That's the boy. Well, look, I think we will... Oh, yeah. Let's get back to the closing note of the show.
Yeah.
What? Which is your favourite so far?
This one. It's 10%, but it doesn't taste like 10%.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, that's kind of beer.
Yes. Creeps up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think taste-wise, full circle. Robot Ears was interesting. It was heavy. It was, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed them all, actually. They're good sippable ales. Sure is, 91 Vanced. Sure is. Drunk Vision. You should set up an only cans account. You just drinking and mushing to yourself. That kind of crap. Tom Joe, don't go near the mRNA. Not sure about the vector ones. Wait it out. See, you sound like a man who knows what you're talking about. I think anything that changes the fucking building blocks of your very fabric of your being, yeah, it just doesn't really. What do you think of it all? Would you be taking it?
Yes.
Should I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I take that as a yeah. See, a squid moves from the backwards. No. I heard they found a fucking giant squid down in a scroll, man. If you move forward, the camera focuses. I was looking into getting one of these Sony V1s as well, which are apparently... I got thrown out of AB. What's AB, Roisin? AB's after you. Yeah, so... squid, yeah. It moves backwards, whereas an octopus just wanders around.
It's mental.
You know, an octopus can squeeze its whole body into a...
Squid.
Sure. Does help in a way. Gail Platt got the vaccine at 69. Fred Elliott on live stream. I say, Fred Elliott. Oh, fit as a butcher's dog. Hey, Ashley. Oh, Fred. How did Ashley get with that? Remember Ashley was going out with that girl. I was like, oh, she's right up Ashley's leg. Ashley was a weird one, man. He just got one of these lads who was really young and ordinary looking, and then just aged weirdly. You know what I mean? Kind of, he was a middle-aged man, but he had the physique of a teenager and the mind of a squid.
What a character.
Sure. Octopi are smart, yo. Got that right. They reckon that
Brain in each leg.
the brain in each leg.
Yeah. True story.
I had a brain for every time I was told that. I had one brain, so that's good. Yeah, apparently they can completely camouflage themselves by their, I don't know,
Are you an octopus?
sometimes when the notion takes me. The Carter twins are after you. Actually, what's his name? Nick Carter? Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter followed me back on Instagram that he's going to be fighting your man. I might try and get him on for a chat sometime, but just can't ask him really. I don't know why
It does help, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why he hasn't asked you.
Well, I don't know what I talked to him about. He's going to fight your man. What's his name again? Omar. Yeah, the dude is like 6'10", and he's 5'10", so it's like a complete foot in the difference.
That's a fair chance.
Yeah, cuts inside. Martin, I have a class ginger beard like you. It sends the girls crazy, man. Do you know what? It's quite an exotic touch if you go to. I've never been to South America, but I can imagine if you were a ginger gringo, you know.
You would get kidnapped.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Chairface, good to see you. Hans Moleman job. Right, well, I think that will wrap it up at 1:36. That was Tipple Tuesday with me, Martin Maloney, and Mo.
Yeah.
Good days, and yeah, thanks very much for sticking around, and thanks for the words of wisdom and encouragement. Love all your web hangouts, man. Mr. Griff, you're very welcome anytime, brother, man. And Dave, and everyone else, and thank you for the super chat, and anyone who's super chats via PayPal, I'll send a little email back. Is it true you sit on the jacks? AC Slaterstein. Oh. Peace out, homie, says 91 fans. Right, have a lovely night, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I might do a little streaming before the weekend as well. We'll do a bit of a touch, get a few people on for a chat. But thank you all for sticking around, and thank you to the breweries, and thank you to Joe for supplying the bevies. And we'll see if we can do an old drink along session next time. So we'll give you the information. What I'll do is I'll put a picture up on the YouTube channel. And how would they get them?
On the internet.
You can get them on the internet, so that could take quite a while.
Yeah, they should give them like a month.
A month's notice, right? We'll do it in a month's notice. So good night, everyone, and look after yourselves, look after each other, and stay safe. And yeah, and watch out for those fucking squid men. They move back the way, you know what I mean?
Good night.
Yeah, take care. Bye bye.